It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we've got the latest chapter of a historic rivalry. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cleveland Browns on Thursday night.
Now from the banks of Lake Erie, EA Sports welcomes you to Huntington Bank Field here in downtown Cleveland. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
On to get us started now, the kicker, Chris Boswell. And off we go from Cleveland. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They'll be led out by their 6'4" quarterback, the former #1 overall pick in 2015, Jameis Winston.
And we're talking about one of the league's true extroverts at the quarterback position. For better or worse, he's going to throw the ball all over the field. And that aggressive approach is one of the main reasons why they went after him in free agency.
The first throw, here's Winston. Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down.
That's a good start to the ball game. Maybe a little bit of a tone setter offensively. They come out throwing right away, and it's an early completion and a quick first down.
Winston. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Jameis to throw it. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
On fourth down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Back deep for the Steelers is Calvin Austin. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So the new-look Steelers offense headed out for their first drive, led by a man in his 13th NFL season now. First as a Steeler, Russell Wilson.
After a tough couple of years in Denver, Wilson finally gets his fresh start, and he's certainly hoping to make the most of it. Truthfully, though, it's been tough sledding ever since being traded from Seattle a few years back, but he still has the talent and tools to make this next chapter a positive one.
Now they fake the jet sweep there and a run instead with Harris. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2nd and 5. Now it's Wilson. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance too.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Wilson. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
The Steelers' new punter for 2024, Corliss Waitman on to punt. Jalen Darden deep for Cleveland. Taking it about the 36. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Now 2nd and 3. Now a give left side for Chubb. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They run it again with Chubb. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 10 more there and another 1st down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And Chubb will try the middle here, and they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. Two yards still to go. 3rd down now. To throw is Winston. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Browns are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
They'll run with Chubb. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Chubb. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Browns put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. So that drive goes 8 plays. And Nick Chubb the one to finish it off as he does so with a touchdown run. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Timing was just a bit off, and that can happen occasionally, even with these fine professionals in the NFL.
But on those out routes, that requires precision, doesn't it?
It absolutely does. Everyone has to be in sync from the time the quarterback hits his back foot and delivers the ball to the receiver turning to find it.
Now run straight ahead with Warren. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Here's 3rd and 6. Now Wilson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And that one results in 35 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 36. Harris running straight ahead. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Boswell's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game planned for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Up the middle, it's Chubb. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick.
And the Steelers are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where a quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. They'll start at the 40, so great starting field position following the interception.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. On the tackle that time, Shelby Harris.
Early down stuffs will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
On the give, it's Warren. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
He had to fight for every yard on that run, shook himself free of a tackle, and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
Wilson.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Yikes. Terrible kick, headed straight for the sidelines.
Cleveland offense making their way out. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee you he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
2nd and 10.
Now Winston. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
Here is 3rd down and 4.
Throwing, Winston.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Here's Winston. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Play fake. Winston. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
This one incomplete. Probably should have been picked. A little nonchalant with a throw to the safety valve, and it's 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
And this punt sails over the sideline, and the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. Was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2, as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. Now a give, running left is Harris. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Wilson.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Here's Wilson.
Complete to Austin here over the middle. Here's 3rd and 10.
Here's Wilson.
Got his man. It's Warren.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Winston now.
Into the hands of Cedric Tillman.
And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down.
And that play came together really well for them as he found open space, makes the catch, and gets down to the 1-yard line. You know he's kicking himself right now. He thought he had a chance to get a touchdown and put that in his ledger. Instead, his team gets a chance to cash in over these next few plays.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
2nd down. Here's Chubb again.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
This now a 3rd and 4.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Being chased out left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And out of bounds. This will depend on where they spot it, and they'll say at the 45. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Now a toss play. It's Harris. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
Play action now. Winston. He's going to look deep for more. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They go up the middle with Chubb. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 66 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 5.
Now Winston.
To the right side, that's where Tillman is.
And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 40. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
Slot man moves right.
And now a fake on the jet sweep and a give to Chubb.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a 1st. This is 3rd down. On play action, Winston.
That is caught.
And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 24-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his 1-on-2 matchup.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. Broken tackle. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
2nd down and a yard.
Now it's a bootleg with Winston. Touchdown! Jordan Akins. A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Browns are able to add on to that lead.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's capped off by the Browns' touchdown. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Oh, a good return up past the 30.
And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line. Now the Steelers getting set and ready for their next possession. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
They turn to Harris to begin the drive. Taken down at the 42.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 8.
Throwing is Wilson.
That's caught. It's Austin left side.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Wilson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
From the shotgun, Wilson.
Open man, there's Darnell Washington.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Wilson will throw again.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Fourth down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
The Browns offense and their star running back Nick Chubb getting set to take over once more. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half. He's putting up some big numbers already, and we have yet to reach halftime. The Browns drive about to get started.
They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself because so many times I get wrapped up in the play calling, how they've sequenced things, how it's run. But you know, at the end of the day, it's still execution. Those guys out on the field, and right now they are locked in and really looking good.
They'll try to continue to be locked in here as we get ready to approach halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To throw is Winston.
Open man, he completes it to Judy.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Jameis to throw it. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Winston.
Out quickly to Judy.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area, and after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
2nd down and 4.
Throwing, Winston. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 38-yard line. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Here's Winston.
He's got the connection to Moore.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved.
And that's on the guard, Wyatt Teller.
The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. To the air again with Winston. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
A great job defensively taking away his receivers, and he was forced to put that one into Lake Erie, but that's what good quarterbacks do. They don't take unnecessary chances if they don't have to.
Still 15 yards to go, 2nd down.
To throw, Winston. He's got Njoku over the middle. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This a 31-yard attempt. Hopkins' kick is good, and they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no wind. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well,
Yeah.
right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Final play of the half. It's Wilson.
That's down the field for Jefferson.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
We saw a terrific first half from the Browns quarterback, Jameis Winston. He's got a touchdown pass on the ledger as his guys were able to build a double-digit lead.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. (17-3) the score as we resume action for the second half on EA Sports.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Steeler offense ready to get going to begin this third quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Now Wilson. It's Williams on the catch. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
From the 38 now, here's second and a yard.
They'll try the right side with Harris. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Play action. It's Wilson.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. .39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Browns offense and Jameis Winston set to take over once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They begin this drive with Chubb. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Now 2nd and 5.
And again, it's Chubb.
And he'll push ahead for about 3 to the 36. They need 2. Here's 3rd down.
Now Winston. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Oh, Chubb fumbled it. Oh, and one of the linebackers has got it. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
So potentially a turning point here in the 3rd quarter as that swings the door back open just a bit.
Yeah, they're still down 2 scores, but I do think we're at that point in the game where you're going to reach for the football whenever possible. You're going to hear the coaches scream from the sidelines, tackle him, second guy in, tackle the ball.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. The fumble on first down now. Here's 2nd down.
Winston now.
Gets this over the middle to Tillman.
The quick slant, good for 8 and a first.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Handoff comes to Chubb. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
From the gun, Winston. He shakes him off. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
The defense did its job of taking away a quick throw, but that's only half the battle because they've got to get to him before he can make a run for it. A little bit late containing him there, so he makes a nice gain out of a play that looked like it was in trouble.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Here's Winston. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 27-yard line. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now Winston. Staying on his feet. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, what they're seeking with an RPO is space for the receiver to make a catch and then make a play downfield, but there wasn't any space available, thus the incompletion.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Winston.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
How about a nod to the sequence of plays they're putting together here? This has been death by 1,000 paper cuts on this drive. But this is one of their best plays yet, and they're able to move it down into the red zone.
And they'll bring Judy in motion right. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
2nd down, here's Chubb again.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
96 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Jerry Jeudy
from 3 yards out.
And the Browns have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Greg Newsome up to make the stop.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
On the give, this is Harris. And he'll be tackled at about the 35.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Williams. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 38-yard line. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Throwing is Wilson.
Pass complete. George Pickens with it.
Partney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you say, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They go play action now. Wilson.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
They hand this off to Harris. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Now Wilson. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. And now that brings up 4th down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. That is caught, and they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad. Najee Harris, well built for work down here near the end zone. That's a nice job there to hold him up, but I doubt we've seen the last of him on this drive.
Again, it's Harris. He'll try again, but he will lose yardage here as they knock him back to the 3.
It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown.
Pat Freiermuth
From 3 yards out.
And the Steelers are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And this is up and good. That'll make it a score now of 24-10. That drive, a long one, spanning 15 plays. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
And Chubb will try the middle here. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
I like how he hung in there and went through his progressions, but eventually his internal clock went off and told him it was time to make a run for it, and he ends up sliding down with a solid gain.
3rd and 4.
To throw is Winston.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 38. Harris starts the drive on the ground, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here's Wilson. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They give to Chubb out of the gun. Fighting through, and he's got space. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Browns have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. Well, this, of course, set up by the stop a moment ago on 4th down, and now that might be the score that puts this one officially out of reach.
And it's a tough one because your hands are tied when you're losing in the 4th quarter because you know you've got to make something happen. They couldn't pick up the 1st down, and after that, the air just went right out of the balloon, and you knew you were looking at a defeated team.
Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. Well, I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. 1 play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Now it's Wilson. Got an open man. It's Pickens. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
To throw is Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Williams. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 45-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 45-yard line. From the gun, it's Wilson.
A short one there to Freiermuth.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 1.
Again, Wilson.
That's going to be caught by Pickens.
7 yards there and a 1st down. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
Pat Freiermuth
with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns.
And the Steelers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
So he's hit pay dirt twice, but still they're facing that deficit here in the 2nd half.
So they're going to see if they can continue to find ways to get him the football, because obviously something is working for him to find the end zone twice. In any event, however this turns out, he's going to be hard to deal with in the film room, isn't he? He's going to want to know why he's not getting more passes thrown to him.
Those big tight ends are getting greedy. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics would tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie.
Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. They run it again with Chubb. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
156 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Brendan, every great running backs coach that I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Chubb will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line.
And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. The lone man in the backfield here is Chubb on 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll give it to Chubb. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb taking it in from a yard out.
And the Browns have opened up a 3-score lead as they pull away here in the 4th. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So the drive there took 6 plays. And Nick Chubb the one to finish it off as he does so with a touchdown run. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
And now out come the Steelers.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Wilson.
He finds Pickens over the middle.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
He's got this to Pickens. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now it's Wilson. He'll find Williams on the slant. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Got his man. It's Warren. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Third and 2. Now Wilson. To the sideline and incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for them. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Going for it all. That is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this Browns defense stands tall. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Winston will kneel down, and that should be your ball game. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.